Hello everyone, welcome to the sixth lecture of Unit 1, and we will try to finish this Unit 1 in this lecture. So here I am with my last lecture on Unit 1 interest. So the topics we are going to study in this lecture is equated monthly installments, that's EMI, and EMI calculated on reducing balance rate of interest and flat rate of interest. So these are the two different methods of finding EMI, equated monthly installments. So let's begin this lecture. Okay, so I'm done with the setting. So what do we mean by EMI? The full form is equated monthly installments. An equated monthly installment (EMI) is a fixed payment amount made by a borrower to a lender at a specified date or monthly. EMI is a facility given by banks to the borrowers to repay huge loans in monthly installments, and the EMI repays both interest and principal amount. So we are paying this principal amount, in addition some interest in favor to the banks. So this interest is given by us to the banks because we are using their money. So EMIs are commonly used in repayment of huge loans such as home loans, education loans, car loans, and many more. Let's understand this with an example. Suppose I want to buy a flat which is going to cost me 35 lakhs, and it's very obvious that I cannot manage this huge amount. So I will approach to a bank whose reputation, and this is a very important thing, and interest rate is good. That is, interest rate is low. Banks gives 80% of the total cost of property after doing all the calculation and paperwork. So we must have at least 20% of the total amount in our pocket. So bank usually gives 80%. Suppose uh, I have not calculated the 80% of the 35 lakhs. I'm just taking an illustration. Suppose bank gives me 25 lakhs out of 35 lakhs. So 10 lakhs I have to arrange by my own. So while repaying this principal amount, so I have taken 25 lakhs from the bank, and I need to repay this to the bank. I will be paying more than 25 lakhs, obviously. That extra amount is called interest amount given to the bank for using their money. We always look for those banks charging low interest rates and having flexible conditions with loan. That's why I have said good reputed banks which are very flexible with the conditions. Means they give flexible conditions with repayment of loans. If I want to shift my loan to some other bank, they allows very easily. And if I want to deposit a lump sum amount, they also allows that facility also. So we always look for those banks, such banks. After purchasing the flat, it's time to repay the 25 lakhs borrowed from the bank and obviously some interest money. Is it possible for me to repay 25 lakhs and plus interest to the bank in one single amount? No. So I opt for EMI facility, which allows me to repay this 25 lakhs plus some interest. I haven't written interest. So just take this 25 lakhs I am repaying. Obviously, I need to pay interest on this 25 lakhs in small pieces or installments, but I have to pay more than 25 lakhs. So, how banks decide the amount of that small piece or installment amount, which includes their interest money also? So, there are two different methods. First is flat rate of interest method. That's very easy, and one should always avoid this rate of interest, flat rate of interest. Second is reducing balance method. That's very uh, efficient method to calculate EMI. So let's get into the flat rate of interest method, how to find the amount of EMI by this method. This is a very simple method to decide the amount of installment. In this method, banks calculate their interest amount as simple interest. So they are just going to calculate the interest on 25 lakhs by using simple interest formula. And that simple interest is added into the principal amount. So 25 lakhs plus interest. This interest is simple interest. Then the total amount is divided by the number of installments. So let's understand this by an example. Suppose you have taken 5 lakh rupees. So I've changed my illustration. So now I have taken 5 lakhs rupees, and bank will charge you 10% per annum flat rate of interest, that is simple interest. If you want to repay the 5 lakh plus interest amount money in 4 years by repaying installments every month, so 4 years every month, so how many installments? So the number of installments will be number of months into 4, so 12 into 4, 48 installments. So I want to repay that 5 lakh plus interest in 48 installments, that monthly installments. EMI is, this M is monthly, so I'm going to calculate everything monthly. So now let's calculate the amount, total amount I want to repay in 48 installments is 5 lakhs. This P is 5 lakhs plus the interest of the bank. That's simple interest. In this method, they are calculating their interest by simple interest formula. So this is the formula for simple interest. P is 5 lakhs, and this 10 is the rate, and 4 is the number of years, and divide by 10, so 2 lakhs. I'm paying 2 lakhs extra as interest to the bank. So total money I want to pay is 5 lakhs plus 2 lakhs. Okay, so bank will take extra 2 lakhs on 5 lakhs borrowed by you. So you have to pay 7 lakhs. You cannot pay 7 lakhs in one single amount. Therefore, you are repaying this 7 lakhs in 48 equal installments. That's very obvious how to find 48 equal parts or the pieces of 7 lakh. Just divide this by 48. So the amount of one installment is this. So this is how we get the amount of installment, that's EMI, by flat rate of interest. So you will be paying for 14,583 rupees and 34 paisa. 48 times month. Okay, this is done. That's very easy thing. So this simple method of calculating EMI is called flat rate of interest method to calculate EMI. Why I have said this is very bad method, because the amount of EMI comes very large as compared to the reducing balance method, and we are paying a very big amount as interest to the banks if we are calculating everything according to flat rate of interest. So here I have a question on flat rate of interest. A person borrows 8 lakhs from a finance company at this rate, 7.25% per annum flat rate of interest for a period of 6 years. Compute EMI by flat rate of interest method. So we have to compute EMI. So number of installments. So I have to repay this loan in 6 years, and it's monthly. So number of installments is 6 into 12, 72 installments. Rate is 7.25 per annum, and it's a flat rate. So we will calculate simple interest. This is the formula. So we have borrowed how much amount? 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs. So 8 lakhs, this is the principal amount, this is rate, this is number of years. So we are paying 3,48,000 just as interest on 8 lakhs. So total amount to repay is 8 lakhs plus this interest. So 11,48,000. So my 8 lakhs loan becomes 11,48,000 while repaying it. So amount of installment just divided by 72. So 15,944 rupees 0.45 paisa is the amount of one installment. You have to pay it this amount 72 times to repay this 11,48,000. So reducing balance interest. Okay, so here we have second method to find EMI by reducing balance interest rate. So in a reducing balance method, interest is calculated on reduced principal at varying intervals at every interval. Okay, so I've corrected this. Okay, interest is calculated on reduced principal. So the statement says that my principal amount, if I have borrowed 8 lakhs and whatever may be the EMI, say 50,000 is the EMI. So after paying 50,000 first installment, my loan, my outstanding balance will be 7,50,000. Then my interest will be calculated on this amount. Then I will pay again 50,000, so it comes 7 lakhs. So this is the method of reducing balance. So my balance keeps on reducing and interest is calculated on the reduced outstanding balance. So obviously interest is also coming less after every installment period. So let's read further. The most common period in this method are either annual or monthly. So in an annual reducing balance method, interest is calculated on reduced principal at the end of every year. Okay, so that's obvious. Repayments of all loans are in EMI and the principal amount is reduced every month. So every month the principal amount is going to reduce. That's what I have said in this example. So in monthly reducing balance method, when you make the EMI payment, the principal portion is reduced and interest is calculated on the reduced outstanding balance. Interest is calculated for each month on a reduced outstanding balance. So here I have one more. Okay, it is always better to go in for a monthly reducing balance method, as interest amount comes down with every EMI rather than the annual reducing balance method. So formula to be used for calculating EMI in reducing balance method. So to get EMI in reducing balance method, we use the formula for present value of annuity. So this is the formula for present value of annuity. Present value. Why this present value? This present value is the loan taken right now, and this P is the installment of the annuity. So here this is my EMI installment. R is the rate, N is the number of installment. So present P is PV, present value is present amount, and in this case it's a loan amount, rate of interest converted monthly and divided by 100. N is the number of installment. P is the amount of EMI. In some books you can take it as X also. Now let's see how this formula works and how EMI goes into reducing balance method. So this formula just gives you the amount of EMI. So this P is the EMI. And what happens in reducing balance, we will look into it. Suppose you borrowed a loan of 40,000 rupees. Deliberately I'm taking very less amount, 40,000 today. That is at present from a bank charging 8% per annum interest rate, and you have to repay the loan in 1 year. So for simplicity, I'm taking only 1 year. Paying installments every month. So 12 installments in 1 year. So if it is 2 year, your number of installments will be 24. 3 year, 36, and so on. So let's find how much EMI you have to pay every month. So present value, this P is my EMI, and everything is same, rate and N. So PV, present value, how much loan I have taken at present, 40,000. Number of installments, 12. Rate is 8% per annum. Keep this thing in your mind. So you need to convert it to monthly. So I have converted it to divide by 12, it becomes monthly, divide by 100, it becomes free from percentage sign. So this is the value of R. So at the place of PV 40,000, we need to calculate this thing. So everything is kept at their places, you just need to calculate. So this thing is multiplied here, it becomes this much. And you can find 12th power of 1.00666. So 12th power is not a big deal. You can calculate on non-scientific calculators. So just do the calculation and you will find that to repay that 40,000, you have to pay 3,479 rupees and 56 paisa 12 times. So if you pay this much amount 12 times, how much money you are going to pay? So you have borrowed 40,000 rupees. So let's calculate this by, so let's see how much you are paying. So you're paying 3,479.56 paisa, and how many times? 12 times. So you are paying, see, 41,000. So you have borrowed 40,000. So how much interest you are paying? 41,700. How much it was? 54 rupees and 72 paisa. So obviously the interest amount is 1,754. This is the extra money you are paying in reducing balance method. What if you have chosen to pay this loan by a flat rate of interest? How much interest you are going to pay? So in flat rate of interest, the interest is calculated by a simple formula. So it becomes 40,000 for 1 year, and the rate of interest was annual 8% upon 100. So this goes, so 400 into 8. So you are paying 3,200 rupees as interest in flat rate of interest. So you're paying double in flat rate of interest as compared to the reducing balance. So that formula gives you already very less EMI, and it is on reducing balance. Now let's see how this EMI is used or works in reducing balance. So I need to minimize this thing to take all the page in one screen. So this much is okay, I think. No. Yes, okay. So this is the calculation in front of you on a screen. So so this N is the number of installments. That's very obvious. 12 installments I am paying, and the loan I have taken is 40,000. And what I have done, interest for a year is 3,200. Okay, I have calculated this interest is for 1 year by just a simple interest method. Then I am going to calculate interest per month. So divide this by 12. So dividing this by 12, you will get, this is my interest for 1 month. Now, just wait. I'll clear my screen. Okay. So this is my EMI for 1 month. Now, out of this EMI total amount, 3,479.56, I need to pay some amount towards the interest to the bank and some amount towards the principal amount, that is 40,000. So how to decide how much money I am going to pay as an interest to the bank for lending me 40,000 rupees? So this is how we are calculating interest paid to the bank on 40,000. So I have calculated interest for 1 year by using simple interest method and divided by 12 in order to find monthly installment. So this much amount I will pay to the bank as an interest on 40,000 out of this EMI. Okay, so once again, so total I am paying 3,479.56 rupees every month, 12 times. Okay, So out of this 266.66 paisa I will give it to the bank as an interest, and remaining, so 3479 minus this is the remaining, goes on the principal. So I have subtracted this from my EMI amount. I obtained this. So 3212 will go on 40,000. So this will be reduced from my 40,000 rupees. So as interest, I have given my first interest as 266, and on principal amount 3221. If you add these two columns, you will get the EMI amount. So add 32129 plus 266.66. You will get the amount of EMI. Okay, so this interest has gone to the bank, and 3221 will be paid on 40,000. So that will be subtracted from 40,000. So how much loan I have taken? 40,000, and I have paid this much from the 40,000. How much remaining? 40,000 minus 3,212. It comes this. So this is my remaining loan. Remaining loan means remaining outstanding balance. Remaining out of 40,000, how much left? 36,788 after subtracting this amount. Now this 36,000 will be carried forward here. Okay, and then I will calculate interest on this amount, because this much amount I have to pay now to the bank, and some interest also. How to find interest? So you will find interest on this amount by a simple interest method, by this formula. 36,788.1 into 1 year into what was the rate? Rate was, I think, 8% upon 100. This is the simple interest formula, and after solving this you will get 2,943 rupees. So this is the interest of 1 year. What is the interest for month? Divided by 12. So you will get 245 rupees. So this much amount you will give to the bank as interest out of this EMI amount. How much remaining? 3,479 minus the interest amount. How much left? This much left. If you add these two, you will get this EMI amount, and this money will be going on the outstanding balance. Outstanding balance is 36,788. How much money left to pay is this: 36,788 minus the installment on the outstanding balance. It comes 33,000. And you can do this process every time. So 33,000 comes here. Then I will calculate interest for a year, divide this by 12, then I get monthly installment. This is gone. Remaining amount of this EMI was 3,479.56. This is the remaining. It goes on the outstanding balance. Outstanding balance is this. So just subtract this from this much amount. This is the remaining balance, and so on. Just do it. Just try to understand this, what I have written. Now the important point is, just look at the interest you are paying to the bank. The interest you are paying to the bank is this column. You just need to add all the figures in the column. You will get 1,754 0.44 paisa, and we have calculated earlier. It's coming 72 paisa. There's a difference. Okay, so it's not a big difference. Then and just by paying this amount on 40,000, how much you are paying total, just add all these, you will get 40,000.21 paisa. So there is error of 21 paisa, 7, this 44 paisa, and the remaining amount, this is according to my calculation, the remaining amount is 74 paisa left on me to pay to the bank. So I owe this much amount, 74 paisa. This is because of my human error, because I'm not taking to the accuracy while writing decimals. So while writing decimals, please try to write at least 4 decimals in the decimal places. So anyways, in the end it should come 0 rupees left to the on me to pay to the bank. Okay, so this is the explanation what happens in reducing balance method and what formula you are going to use to find the amount of EMI and reducing balance method. This is the formula you are going to use, the present value of the annuity for ordinary annuity. I hope this is clear to everyone. This is how the reducing balance works, and this is very efficient than flat rate of interest method. So let's zoom into this screen and let's read further. So this much amount you are paying to the bank. This is the interest and this is the principal amount. So the above table explains how reducing balance method works, and EMI is calculated by using the formula for present value of annuity, which is different from the flat rate of interest, and obviously it is less than flat rate of interest. So let's so here is the comparison. Let's compare with the flat rate of interest. Interest is so 3200. So this figure in green color is the interest paid in reducing balance method. You can compare, there's a big difference, almost half. Total amount paid is 43,000. In reducing balance you are paying 41,754. EMI amount. So EMI amount according to flat rate of interest is 3,600. In this case 3,479.56 paisa. So here I have what questions. So time to solve questions on EMI. A loan of rupees 1 lakh is to be repaid in 30 equal monthly installments. So 30 equal monthly installments. Okay, and amount taken is 1 lakh. Installment payable at the end of every month, and compound interest is 12% per annum. Find the amount of installment by reducing balance method. So whenever there is a mention of reducing balance method, the EMI is calculated by this formula, and this P is my EMI. So let's read this. Loan taken 1 lakh rupees, installment, number of installments 30. This is per annum rate of interest, so per monthly it is 1%. So R is 0.01. This is the formula. This comes from annuity and I have written in reference to this topic. So this is the loan, EMI, R, N. The formula is same. So replace 1 lakh instead of loan. EMI, we need to calculate EMI. So what I've done here, 1.01 and its 30th power. You can solve this 30th power by using this formula. 5 into 6. So it's easy to find 5th power of this thing and take sixth power of the answer of fifth power. So it comes 1.34. So I'm not explaining this, just look at and try to arrange or simplify this thing. Okay, so this comes 1000 EMI, and this quantity comes this much. So EMI is, this comes in denominator of 1000. So the amount of EMI is this much, 3875, 30 times to repay that 1 lakh rupees loan taken. So total amount you are repaying with this amount, if you're paying 30 times, just multiply it. So you're paying 1,16,256 rupees and 53 paisa. So how much interest? 16,256 is the interest. And you can guess, if you are solving this by flat rate of interest, I guess this is going to be 30,000 as interest. Instead of 16,000 interest, you will be paying 30,000 or 31,000. So a person wants to borrow a 5 lakh, 5 lakh rupees from a bank. No, let's read it again. A person wants to borrow 5 lakhs. Bank 1, okay, so we have two banks here. So bank 1 lends at the rate 5% per annum flat, while bank 2, so this flat is flat rate of interest. Bank 2 lends at 8% per annum on monthly reducing balance. So here we have a comparison of two. So one is 5% and the second one is 8%. This is flat rate, this is reducing balance. For same period of 10 years, compare the EMIs, which bank the person opt for. So the first part is by a flat rate of interest. Loan taken 5 lakhs, rate of interest is 5% per annum, time is 10 years, so number of months is 120. Simple interest for 10 years is calculated by this formula. So interest you are paying on 5 lakhs is 2,50,000. Total amount to repay is 5 lakhs plus 2 lakhs, 7 lakh 50,000 you are paying instead of 5 lakhs rupees as a loan. Amount of EMI just divided by total number of installments, 120. So 6,250 rupees is the amount of one installment. Now let's look at the reducing balance method. This is the loan, this is the rate. Need to convert it to monthly, according to month wise. This is same. Now time to look at the calculations. So present value is 5 lakh. EMI need to calculate. R is 8 upon 100, 1200. If you want, you can convert it to decimals and do the further calculations. I have kept it as it is. So 1 upon 1 minus 1 plus R upon 120. So this time we are handling 1 power 120. Okay, so this thing I have multiplied to that side. So it is this. It is here. And EMI into 1. So here I have calculated 8 divided by 1200. It comes 0.00666 raised to 120 power. This is how you are going to calculate it. The 120th power. So after solving this, you will get this much. I have written up to 4 decimals. So 3,333.3333, and the amount of EMI is 6,067 rupees. So okay, so EMI in flat rate of interest is this much, and EMI is. So you can compare these two EMIs. This is less EMI on, and obviously you are paying less interest on the loan taken, 5 lakh rupees. So obviously the bank too is the favorable for that person. Which bank should he opt? He should opt second bank, reducing balance. So I think this was the last question of today's lecture. And with this, I declare Unit 1. This was the last topic of Unit 1. So Unit 1 is done with this example. So let's stop here. Thank you, everyone.